Yes. Welcome back to the channel, my dear friends around the globe, wherever you are. Welcome to the channel. This is Salon's blog. Hey guys, today is Chelsea's match day, right? I am excited because a win can just take us straight away to the knockout stage. Oh yes, to the round of 16. And many other clubs are already through. Palmeiras versus Inter Miami, it ended 2-2. Ladies and gentlemen, Estaval created at least 4 or 5 great chances. Estaval taking on Lionel Messi, and he created about 5 great chances for Palmeiras. As a matter of fact, Estaval seems to be the engine of Palmeiras. He's the one that's driving them forward. Though I still have my reservations of that player in the Premier League, because 1v1 situations he still needs to improve, and he also needs to improve on his shooting. He's always shooting wide. From the right angle, he's always shooting wide. You know, and yesterday's game, the coach actually deployed him from the right flank. That we know him. That is his best position. But in all other games, they used to play him from the attacking midfield role. But in last night's game against Inter Miami, he was deployed from his rightful position, the right flank. Is he preparing to come and dethrone Noni Madueke and Pedro Neto from the right wing or what? Ladies and gentlemen, Palmeiras are through to the next stage. Likewise, Inter Miami. The first team to be knocked out, in my memory, is who? Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid. And this guy by name Diego Simeone, he needs to be. You know, the guy has made Atletico Madrid. He's a boss. He's home, and he's like untouchable. The highest paid player in Europe. I mean, coach. The highest paid coach in Europe. If not recently that Saudis, you know, this El Hilal, so they signed this head coach. And they're making the highest paid coach right now. Simeone would have been, or he has been, the highest paid coach around the world all these whiles. Until last week or last 2 weeks. And I can't remember when was the last time they even won the La Liga. Now he's out of the Club World Cup. Even last week I heard him saying that who bought 70 million player when they needed a player in January, they were able to secure 70 million player for the Come on, Simeone, you are a very good coach, yeah, but the truth is that when you overstayed in a particular position for so long, you begin to take that road, that place as your, you know, like, that is the way I see it. Atletico Madrid are out of the Club World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, eliminated. Yeah. Atletico. And listen, before they were eliminated, they scored a goal, which somehow shifted. I'm not too sure. I think I'll get through to that. But Atletico's goal now means that PSG will move to the opposite side of the draw to Chelsea if we progress. Bayern Munich are also through, and they are likely, they are likely to meet PSG or Benfica. Yeah. They are likely to meet, PSG are likely to meet either Bayern Munich or Benfica. In the quarterfinals, they are likely to meet Palmeiras or Botafogo. So that is PSG for you. I think it's very, very likely Chelsea are going to be avoiding PSG in our next round. Yes, like I said, Estaval created 4 chances for his team, Palmeiras. The most in the match. Palmeiras will play Botafogo for a place in the quarter-final. That is the news, yeah. That's what I'm trying to get for you right now. I got it. Palmeiras are playing Botafogo next for a place in the quarter-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, what else do you want to know? From the Club World Cup, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to Chelsea right now. In the latest, before we go to our team, later this afternoon, I'll be coming with my preview of the game. Chelsea, Esperance of Tunis. I will come later this afternoon for the preview. But quickly, what is the latest on the transfer market? On Chelsea especially. What is the latest? Breaking. Chelsea and Manchester United are weighing up a possibility or possible scenario where Nkunku will head to Manchester United and Garnacho could come to Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, according to Madlaw, this news came up last night, and I was a bit hesitant because this swap deal, I don't like it. If you compare both players, let me show you something quickly on the screen, right? On the screen right now. Chelsea selling or letting go Nkunku and we buying Garnacho simply means that Maresca will be up for sale. Yeah. It simply means that a good offer, and as we are hearing, Arsenal are seriously interested in only Maresca. But if it's because of Garnacho, Chelsea is going to be selling Maresca. And by so doing, they are not going to just sell to Arsenal direct, but they're going to be swapping Nkunku for Garnacho. Swapping Nkunku for Garnacho. I want to show you something. As we speak, just ended season, Noni Maresca versus Garnacho on your screen. Statistics. Noni Maresca playing 32 games, making 32 appearances for Chelsea, whilst Garnacho made 36 appearances for Manchester United. How many goals did both score? Maresca scored 7 goals, whilst Garnacho scored 6. Maresca gave 3 assists. Garnacho gave only 2 assists. I agree. Many have said I agree on the argument, which I will get to too quickly, very soon. I'll get to that argument we are making very soon, and I'll clarify something for you. But I see selling Maresca for someone like Garnacho will be one of the worst things, one of the worst mistakes Chelsea would be making in recent years. That would be the worst mistake. Garnacho is, the future of Noni Maresca. Put both side by side. You cannot, we don't need to do that to ourselves. We don't need to do that to ourselves. Dear friends, Chelsea can let go Nkunku. We can sell him if Manchester United are interested. But let us not be tempted to sell Noni Maresca for that. No. Let us not be tempted to do that. Garnacho is not a bad player. This current Manchester United setup, ladies and gentlemen, okay, let me just take this way for you. A final point on Garnacho this morning. It's your breakfast. I will not be wasting your time. Marcus Rashford was allegedly a massive problem at Manchester United. And then he left for Aston Villa. And despite fitness issues, became a constant menace in that setup. And played football, good football, and helped Aston Villa to the end of the season. Jadon Sancho, who was allegedly a massive problem at Manchester United, caused absolutely zero issues at Chelsea, and became one of our favorite players. If you want to mention the first 11, team sheet is out. You are sure to see Jadon Sancho on the team sheet. He caused zero problem at Chelsea. Sancho leaving Chelsea, some of us even felt sad. He performed quite well, despite not even being the profile of a left winger that this current Chelsea system needs. Anthony, Real Betis, he became an instant hit with Real Betis from the same Manchester United setup. That tells you that it is not the players at United, it is the system in United. It is the atmosphere in Manchester United. The toxicity of the atmosphere in Manchester United is what is affecting the players. United, they will have to rewatch their environment. They need to create a better environment for their players to flourish. I believe Garnacho to Chelsea, he will flourish. But what I don't want is Chelsea letting go Noni Maresca. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just run up. Tonight is our game. Chelsea versus Esperance of Tunis. Yeah, quickly, some transfer news. Our head coach made it very clear that today's game or tonight's game, he's still going to do some rotation. Yeah, he said he will be doing some rotation. we will have to see if there's room for the players that aren't playing a lot. So expect a rotation in tonight's game. Quickly, some transfer news before we round up this morning. Dortmund expect Gittins to move to Chelsea. There is an expectation of a face-to-face meeting with Chelsea hierarchy at the Club World Cup, according to Matt Law. There's an expectation of a face-to-face meeting between Chelsea and Dortmund officials at this Club World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest on the transfer news. What else do you want to hear? I think I'll have to be back with my predicted lineup and preview later tonight. I'll see you guys all in the next one where you see me. Shalom and peace.